You're too loving to leave me. Hey, Shananade. Too loving. You're too loving to leave me halfway. What you start, you always finish. But I've come to realize that you're too loving to leave me. Lord, you're too loving to leave me. You're too loving to leave me. Too loving, too loving, too loving.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's talk about another misconception. What's this misconception? Now, the festive season is here, and it is associated with plenty to eat and drink, of course. Now, the misconception. What?
Carry on.
The misconception is that we are allowed to overindulge in what some people believe to be unhealthy diets, excessive intake of alcohol just for the period. In fact, some people call it cheat. Yeah, cheat period. Some people believe that research has said that many people tend to put on extra weight during this period, and they are consequently overexposed unnecessarily, fatally, or is it fatalistically, to diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney problems, and stroke, among others. It's not time for me to...
The list is not exhaustive. So they don't want me to eat at Christmas. These doctors, they don't want me to eat at Christmas. The one time that we all indulge, they are saying even that is bad for you.
Oh,
so
God.
what kind of life?
Can we get into this conversation, Alero?
Sorry.
Well,
I'm just complaining.
Wait, be calming down.
Sorry. Okay.
Yonda Agbeniga is here again, CEO and principal consultant, Media Ideas.
To tell us we
Lifestyle.
should not eat Christmas cake.
Oh, God.
I'm very offended by all of this.
Yonda, thank you for
Because
coming.
when I was saying that I wanted to order my Christmas cake, you should have seen how she looked at me.
She could have been looking at your hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Just for... Okay, she's here. You can ask her the questions.
Can I not eat Christmas cake?
I was looking at your hair.
Can I not eat Christmas cake?
I was looking at your hair.
Can I not eat Christmas cake on Christmas Day?
Okay, so moderation is always the watchword.
So one slice of Christmas cake
Moderation.
and one big slice of turkey breast. Slice.
I always come from the perspective of the straw that breaks the camel's back. So if you're predisposed to some conditions, you don't want to break that camel's back because you don't know your body's threshold, you know. So if you see a diabetic person whose heart stinks with kidney problems, hyperglycemia, coma and all those things, acidosis and all those problems, falling into shocks and all that, I don't particularly think that's about the best time to want to pull the trigger and expose yourself, because we have just one body, one chance at life, one shot at life. Well, different opinions exist, and that is not particularly the best time to pull the trigger and land in the hospital. So that is my opinion. Actually, my job is to let us see the risks involved and what we can do, and then we actually take the decision ourselves.
Well,
All right.
I'm sure that somebody is not persuaded yet.
Oh, I am.
Oh, that's easy.
So I was thinking that, okay, instead of that Christmas cake, you better go and start making some eforiro.
Okay, how come Yuletide is the time that people overindulge? How come?
Well, I don't think that that's the only time people overindulge. I think people do that generally. If you have that habit, you will do it at any time. So it's like self-discipline, self-training. You know what your limits are, and that always boils down to being aware of where you are on the health curve. There is a curve. I mean, I always say that during COVID, everybody became aware of their position on the health curve. You want to know where you are right now. During the pandemic, people knew that those who who had existing comorbidities, that means conditions that were already existing in their body, did very poorly with the infection with the virus, because the bodies were already struggling with existing immune problems, and then another immune offender came in and shut them down.
That one was like the Boko Haram of all of them. But the reason I asked that question is based on a research published by the British Medical Journal that showed on an average day, 50 heart attacks were recorded. But on Christmas Eve, the number jumped to 69%, to 69 heart attacks. A 37% increase, with incidents clustering around 10 p.m. after a day of coping with relatives eating and drinking too much. That's the reason I asked the question. Also, in addition, the same study, the risk of suffering a heart attack also rises by 22% on Boxing Day, while New Year's Eve had no associated risk, possibly because symptoms of a heart attack were masked by alcohol.
That's really deep. I mean, you took time to do that research. But the truth is, there are many things that could contribute to that, apart from the eating, the lifestyle, the diet, the pressure, in the traditional settings across the world and here in our country, people put a lot of pressure on cooking, overindulging, stress, managing family, traveling. All that stuff will increase your cortisol level, increase your adrenaline level. And those two chemicals, body chemicals I called, are even enough triggers for someone whose threshold has been exceeded, and you put that much pressure on them again, they just clearly shut down. So I've always talked about thresholds. If once you exceed your threshold and then you increase the pressure, the unnecessary excitement, the alcohol, and all the things you are doing wrong to an already compromised immune system, then that's why at that time of the year is when you reap the harvest, because this is one time I want to do everything that my life wants to do, but I've lived a bad life all along. No prevention, no care, no immune system modulation, nothing. And so at that time it's easy to crash. So it always goes back to how well are you treating yourself, how well are you taking care of yourself, what are you doing
before you decide to cheat.
If you decide to cheat,
as in, because you were already cheating, not knowing that you were cheating, and you now decide, okay, well, let me cheat.
Yeah, I think that's
it. Been cheating all along. So, one of the concerns I have about this conversation we're having today is the breaks that children are going to take from school. So in school, for instance, they already they have certain habits that they have picked up because of the stringent processes in boarding school, for instance. They are not allowed to do so many things. They are not allowed to go in some places, eat certain things. They were denied of those things. Now they come home. They now say, I am not in school. The taskmaster is not nearby. I want to cheat. So in that regard, that's one of the concerns I have about this conversation that we're having. What are the things that you will propose parents will pay attention to in that regard?
Okay, so for that's really easy because if you understand what to do, education is very important. If you understand what you need to do, then you would be able to make the right decisions. It is the known thing in nutrition that the nutritional requirements of children are a lot more, they're different from what the adults require. They need stuff for growth, energy, protein, and all that. So at that time is when you're giving them basically they're back home from probably the boarding school or from the regular routine of waking up very early and going to school in the morning. So at that time you want to load them up with all the nutrients that they get. So give them what they want, but give them good things. Give them good things that would augment their nutritional profile, give them energy. Most of the things you're going to restrict a 30-year-old, 35, 45-year-old, you might not 100% restrict them from it. You want them to get energy, but you don't want them to get aspartame drinks that would give them ADHD.
Speak English, please.
Drinks that have sweeteners, artificial sweeteners. I mean, there are a couple of good drinks around that do not have artificial sweeteners and all that. And sometimes the caloric load is not as bad as
some.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's indulge Alero. Because right now, she's still looking at me with what we call bombastic side eye. I have also seen that the darker the chocolate, the more expensive.
Yeah. So there's a study that says that there's this information that is going around that dark chocolate is good for the heart. But the truth about it is that cocoa has, I think, biflavonoids. I'm not sure of the particular chemical, biochemical in it, but the cocoa is actually good for the heart. So that's the unprocessed cocoa. Now you have this cocoa that has been sweetened, milk and all the stuff has been added, and we call it different brands. No, you are talking of the original cocoa into cocoa powders. When you make it into a drink, it has this great, awesome aroma.
Let me tell them, because I take it every morning. I've had my Kelkel this morning.
Yeah, and so you can add honey to it. That is excellent for the heart. You can add
not dark chocolate.
Well, I would say
especially not white chocolate.
No.
That's my favorite.
Told you.
Yeah, so we would indulge in the dark ones.
Oh, now you're
sparingly.
Oh, I must have chocolate every day.
Oh, really?
Okay. Advise us. It's getting towards that time. People have already begun to plan their diets and their trips for the Yuletide. What are the things that you would advise people give attention to now and not overindulge? It's not impossible. For instance, you just heard that by New Year's Day, the heart attack increase numbers is flat because they have already done enough harm,
done all the damage over Christmas
Boxing Day. So what are the things that people should do in preparing, in planning their diets and stuff for the Yuletide?
Well, because of that jump in the number from the data you have given, it is the first thing I always say is you need to know where you are. If you know where you are, it's the testing and the checks and the medicals that will give you that data. You need to know where you are, and if you don't know what you're predisposed to, currently this is my reading, and you would get more information about your predispositions. Yeah, it's better you get information about your predispositions, where you are on the health curve, what conditions am I predisposed to, what's my kidney function, what's my liver function, how much of this so-called indulgence can I take without crashing. If you're aware, that will help you. That's the first step in planning. You need to know where you are. You need to run a check.
Okay, so how do we know where we are?
You need to get tested. That's it. It's simple. No, so I always talk about bioenergy testing. It's a little bit advanced.
What testing?
Bioenergy testing.
Bioenergy.
It's a little bit diverse from the current testings you're aware of. Those tests can give you your predispositions, the things your predispositions, where you currently are, conditions that are brewing, the state of your liver, your kidneys, and all that. So like, yeah, I want to break the rules, but this guy can't carry it, and then it can give you your prognosis 1 year, taking a graphical look at where you are right now. This is what could happen in a year, so, or this is taking a graphical or mathematical look at where you are right now. This is where you will be in 5 years, so you know what to do. You're not shocked by a sudden increase in heart attacks at Christmas or at New Year and all that. Then of course, after you know where you are, then you start making decisions. Slip in a snack, a healthy snack, slip in fruits and vegetables while all the Yuletide stuff is going on. Add the vegetables, add the salads, add the grains, add the healthy drinks. I remember there was a time I was speaking to my friend way back, and I told him, I had a lot of natural drinks stocked up for. Now that's what I'm going to use for Christmas. I told him hibiscus drink, and I like those drinks. And he goes, God forbid that I don't have enough money to buy drinks. I'm like, so I couldn't marry those discussions. I was thinking,
there's no alcohol anywhere.
I'm thinking, what did I say wrong? I was thinking about my heart health and all those things, like, let's eat right. And he's going, God forbid, I don't have enough money to buy drinks. So it's not that. That's a mindset thing. So you have all that stuff on your table.
Nobody on that.
Those things are quite expensive.
Even those who are living a healthy life, so to speak, they are expected to indulge a little bit at Christmas.
That's why I said, while you have all those things on your desk, slip those things in.
Okay. Now, let's break it down, basics. Okay. Christmas Day, lunch. What should the menu look like?
Like Jesus Christ.
It should look like Jesus Christ.
Like, I am like Jesus, like a trap. But the truth is, when you have all your, like, this is Africa, and
no, I'm talking about a healthy diet now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's not give it a strangulating diet.
No, you can be flexible. You can be flexible.
Christmas Day, you have your rice and your chicken,
yep,
lots of salad, grilled fish, grilled stir fries, air-fried plantains, plenty of salads.
Air-fried plantain.
Air fryer.
The plantain has to be air fried.
Grilled fish.
So wait.
Grilled fish, not fried fish. Grilled
chicken.
Why are you whispering to them? They can hear her.
And
I'm reminding you.
Yeah.
And I'm reminding myself. Air fried plantain.
Okay, so now those are. It's not. You're not going to
dodo from air fryer.
Wait, are you sure that's not Bolly?
No, it's not Bolly.
Yeah, there's air fried.
Yes, and it's dodo.
Yeah, it's really nice when you air fry plantain and grilled fish and fish.
Pause. You people should not kill somebody with the. How is air fried plantain different from Bolly?
No, it's not Bolly. Try it.
Have you tried it before?
Yes, I have.
Congratulations.
I can tell the difference because you can air fry your plantain, just brushing vegetable oil on it, and you can air fry it with no oil at all.
So which one do you recommend?
You can do both. actually, because I mean it's Christmas time and you're having, now you're not restricting your diet to just that. You have everything on the table, just shoving all these things. That's what I'm saying, because you don't want to.
Variety is the spice of
Yes,
life.
you don't want to strangulate yourself. Oh, I'm eating.
Okay, wait,
no,
wait,
you can't do that.
madam. You know, from time to time when
eating
you come
healthy,
here.
so I will eat air fried plantain, which is bole.
No, air fried plantain
Bole.
that you don't put. You see this ororo thing. Sorry, this groundnut oil. you've told us a number of times about it. So if I want to air fry plantain, how do I go about it? And it do not look like bole.
And so you can use coconut oil with your brush over it, and or olive oil. Yeah.
Okay. But
Then the bole.
if it's
No-
bole,
no
nothing,
olive oil at all.
Yeah.
we can just.
Now remember that that's not the only thing on your table for Christmas.
Let's just. I mean, you say we are cheat wicked, so allow us to indulge.
And then your drinks, like good drinks, you get
Zobo,
yeah.
orange juice,
Mix
and
them
as
in.
in pure squeezed orange juice.
Some of them not they sweet again, no.
They're not sweet at all.
So you can blend, mix it with pineapple and
Watermelon.
yeah, that stuff.
It has become a smoothie now.
Okay, now there's something that I heard recently, one of these video clips on Instagram and the rest of them, that when you make smoothies, it's not as healthy as when you bite and chew and your fruits to swallow. That, in fact, the fellow said that the saliva plays a role in the chewing process in the mouth before it goes down the gullet.
Yanda is not impressed.
No, well, we have
You
done
see that
our
face?
research, so let me ask the specialist.
The experts.
What do you make of that?
There are different reasons why you are taking your drinks, your healthy drinks, your smoothie, and why you are eating. Okay, so you're taking your drinks because you want to optimize nutrients. Sometimes the people who do fruit juices are doing it because they're either sick and they want quick absorption into the bloodstream, so they're taking it as drinks. Now you're doing a smoothie because you want the fiber part of it also added in fluid form. Okay, so you're taking that in as a smoothie. You have blends of fruits. You can't do 10 fruits now. You want to do 10 fruits. Okay, so and you need the nutrients from the carrot, the cucumber, the celery, and everything all together. But you just want to take a glass. So if you understand the purpose, then you're having like 10 different nutrients from different plants in that smoothie cup, and you're taking the glass. You're taking 2 glasses. You can't take all 10 fruits at once. If you're chewing, yes, there is the role of ptyalin, the enzyme in the mouth and all that, breaking down that stuff. Digestion, of course, starts in the mouth and all that. So they have different. So restricting people to one mode of consumption would not do the job, especially if they are condition specific or nutritional targeting, if they're targeted at stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, I was going to add on the meal thing, the Christmas meal thing. It is not that you want to kill joy, it is that you want to ensure that you have enough fiber. Whatever you have taken, you need enough fiber, raw foods, living foods, foods that are not dead. You need them to be added to your plate. So
which are the dead ones and the alive ones?
Okay.
But you can't go.
Look, if we're talking about living food, I saw a video, live frog sushi. Is that the kind of?
No, those people.
Not for me, thank you.
No, those people are in a different climate.
So the live ones and the dead ones.
Living foods are your raw foods. Your cucumber is raw, your salads, all that is.
So that's live.
They are live.
Oh, okay.
They're called living foods because the enzymes are still active in them.
Okay.
And those enzymes, we human beings have enzymes. Fruits and vegetables have enzymes. But most of the times, enzymes help in your metabolic processing, breaking down foods and all that. So,
You said cucumber and you said carrot.
yeah.
I can eat carrot raw and I can eat it steamed or cooked.
Yeah, I'm going there.
Okay. Sorry.
You have an enzyme bank which helps with your metabolic processes, breakdown, healing. Sometimes you have an injury, all those stuff, they help you heal it and all that. But the body's enzyme bank is sometimes depleted because we are putting so much pressure on immune system, on immunity, metabolism and all that. So when you take your raw foods, like salads, or you eat a cucumber directly, the enzymes inside those foods are still alive, and you take them in, they help you supplement your deficiency. So like if you do suya, you notice that the guys that sell suya sell it with cabbage, onions, and cucumber. Reason is they don't know, most of them might not know, but those extra living foods help with the digestion of those meats after you're done. So that's the same thing that you want to add that to your plate, all those fruits and vegetables and all that to whatever you're doing, because they will help you with movement. You know, you're not going to retain so much of that calorie that you have taken. Then of course you need to detoxify, especially after your massive indulgence, because you don't want to retain some of those things.
No, then okay, go ahead.
Sometimes dead foods are foods that are deficient in nutrients, deficient in enzymes. So like you take your vegetable and you cook it to stupor.
No, you just steam it.
You want to air fry your vegetables?
Some of your vitamin C, if you're doing shopping and you're buying your vegetables, some of those nutrients, some of them are water soluble, some of them are fat, some nutrients are fat solubles and all that. Once you start to chop them, especially I don't know the English name for ugu. Once you're cutting it and half of the grains are already gone, the enzymes are washed off, then you put it in the pot and you're cooking, and you cook it for like another 20 minutes. There's nothing left. Those are dead foods.
Chaff.
Yeah. Then things like your packaged foods that have been cooked and preservatives added and shipped for 3 years, they're not living foods.
So,
okay, you were going to talk about the carrots.
We're out of time, just so you know.
The live, when you eat it fresh, and then when you steam it or when you cook it, when you boil it.
It's better to eat your carrots without steaming, because a good portion of the nutrients are gone. And sometimes once you hear fortified foods, that means a good portion of the nutrients have been removed. We now added maybe vitamin A and C, and we call it fortified. So you want to do them raw.
I think we shall reduce your coming to this program.
So that you will not be killing our joy.
You just come here and you kill our joy. Christmas Day, you're telling us not to indulge. So what are we living for if we can't indulge on Christmas
what she said
Day?
Is go ahead and indulge, but you could be pulling a trigger. Okay? All right. So, Yonda, I didn't rescue you. We'll continue our fight.
You're on your own.
Yonda Beniga is CEO and Principal Consultant of Media Ideas Lifestyle and Wellness Center. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much.
Well, there is something that we have been told countless times, that it is never too much. And that is laughter. I don't know how much of that dose or dosage you're going to get on our home stretch, but